Power Hour Speed Clean with me. Hi, I am Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to another Power Hour. Today, I am going to attempt to get the children's beds changed. Well, 2 out of the 3 that live at home at the moment, because Will already did his yesterday. I'm going to attempt to clean and tidy in my room, hoover through upstairs, and hopefully hoover through downstairs as well. Now that's an ambitious list for a power hour, but let's see what we can do. Will changed his sheets and cleaned his room last night, so I've just got a vacuum in there. I've got some mess to deal with in my room, all that stuff on the floor. I want to vacuum. And Bella's room, she's mostly going to tidy up in there. I need to help her change her bed. Zara needs a bit more help because she's only 7. And I do want to attempt to do downstairs as well. That's probably a lot. Anyway, these are the sheets I've got ready to put on Zara's bed. But first, I think we'll do a bit of dusting. Now, Zara loves nothing more, she's 7, than dustering, she calls it. She has done for very many years. And using these little fluffy duster things. So she's got one of those, so she's happy. And then I will kind of go around after her and spray and wipe. But I'm a big fan of getting little ones to help, even if they do a less than perfect job. Even if it's not quite up to your standards, you can always go back round afterwards, helping them out of sight if necessary. But get them involved, get them helping, get them enjoying it. And they just get to an age where they can start to enjoy having a nice, clean and tidy room. And they actually find pride and pleasure in that. And I'm finding that my little 3 are getting there now. So we're just spraying and wiping this windowsill, which needed quite a bit of spraying and wiping. I'm using the Method, I think it's the pink grapefruit is the smell it's called. I absolutely love the smell. And I find that if I'm using cleaning products where I really like the smell, and obviously smells a personal preference kind of thing. But if you find a cleaning product that you think, wow, my house now smells sensational, it makes you want to clean. It just makes you think, I want to clean so that things smell nice. Just dusting around the top of Zara's bed. She's the only one left with one of these little IKEA beds. We're talking about maybe getting her a bigger bed soon. I mean, her bed is long enough. She's just a bit nervous about having a higher bed in case she falls out because she's only little and she's a bit of a wriggly sleeper. So she's dusted the desk. I'm just very briefly going over dusting around her mirror. I'm not doing glass cleaning stuff today just because this is a power hour. I have an hour, I don't have all day. I'd love to go around doing all the glass as well, but sometimes you've got to pick your jobs, choose your wins, and there has to be value in that. And getting what you can done, getting what you can get done. That's the way, that's my words are not coming out. Getting what you can get done, and not beating yourself up for the stuff you haven't done. And I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you right now. But sometimes we just have to think, right, what are my priorities for today? Get as many of those ticked off the list as possible and not stress that not everything's been done. So she's now got a clean desk. So she's putting her bits back on the desk. And I've got to say, since we have swapped her room around a little bit and she's got a desk, I honestly thought that she would just really struggle to keep it tidy. I thought she would because of the 3, I mean, bear in mind she's the youngest, of the 3 little ones that are still living at home full time, struggles with keeping things tidy the most. But since she's had this desk and I've said, right, it needs to be kept clear, she's just loved using it so much. She's kept it clear and she's been able to do a little drawing and things at it, and she has just loved it. So you might notice as I am stripping the bed, I'm buttoning the duvet cover back up, and that's so stuff doesn't get lost inside it, because it drives me insane to have a duvet cover coming out of the wash and it's got like a sock or a pillowcase or something stuck inside it. Drives me mad. So I pop them back up. We're not doing the base mattress cover thing. I kind of do that every other bed change. When I change the sheets, I change the actual sheet and the pillowcases and the duvet cover every time. But then the pillow protectors and the mattress protectors, I do probably more like every other time. And then what I try and do is alternate them. So maybe like I would do William's pillow protectors and things one week and then maybe the girls another week. So it's not massive amounts of washing every time. And this is another reason I got Will to change his bed last night. So Will's 12 and he is much better at being able to independently change his sheets and things now. All of the children's bedding, and our bedding for that matter, the bedding is kept in the room in which we use it. Zara's just finishing making her bed, which she's doing to her own very high standard, very new high standard. Let's check in on Bella. Bella is sorting out her laundry into her uniform sorter for the week. Each of the children do this every weekend so that they know exactly what they've got for each day of the week. Zara's just finishing up tidying her bed, and look how beautifully she made that. She did that herself. She's 7. I think that's impressive. I know I helped her with the actual main changing of the bed, but I'm impressed. Anyway, into Bella's room, so I'm going to get her bedding down. Bella can change her bedding if she has a little help from William. Will's actually out at the moment with my husband, so I'm going to give her a hand. Will can do hers totally independently. Bella can do hers with a little bit of sibling help, but Zara needs a lot more help. So that's the silky pillowcase, and then she just needs to choose which set of bedding she wants. I store the duvet cover inside the matching pillowcase so that you can grab one set and be like, right, which one do you want? You know everything's in there. So the girls have these silky pillowcases. I had one I've got like a creamy white one that goes on my bed, and I actually put it underneath a normal pillowcase so that all the pillows match. But the idea was just to sort of keep your hair and your skin nicer apparently, but the girls love the feel of it so much. I think they had them, can't remember, for birthday or Christmas, but they love them. So they now have 2, one on and one in the wash. So I'm just sticking on the fitted sheet, which Bella says is the most difficult bit, probably because she's got a really lovely deep mattress. Now, her bed we changed, as in not changed the sheets, but she had a new bed end of last year and she absolutely loves it. It's a ottoman bed, so storage underneath it. This isn't sponsored or anything, but just to fully disclose that Bella's bed and Will's bed were previously gifted, but I will put the links on the screen in case you fancy checking those out, because I would highly, highly recommend them. We've been thrilled. Bella is now going to make the bed, as in she makes the bed every morning. They all make their beds every morning, but there's 2 types of making the bed, aren't there? There's like putting the sheets on the duvet, which is the hard bit, but they all kind of make their beds, as in put the duvet nicely and dress the beds themselves each morning. And this is a habit I'm trying to teach them, because I feel like a made bed equals a tidy room, and it sets the tone for the day. It's like, I've made my bed, I've achieved something. I've made my bed, my room looks tidy. My room looks tidy, my brain feels organised. And I've got to say, the children have amazed me at how well, since we've done little mini room makeovers with each of them. It was Bella end of last year. Zara had some changes done to hers when I redid my office, and she had the desk that used to be in my office, and then Will had his room makeover in the summer. They've all taken such lovely care of their rooms, and they've all been just more proud of their rooms, more happy to keep their rooms tidy since making these changes. So I'm just sticking in some things I can never remember what they're called, scent boosters. Those are Sainsbury's own ones, which I really like the smell of, and one of those pod things which are bold, I think I've got at the moment, and chucking those in with a little bit of fabric softener into the drawer, which looks like, a bit heavy-handed with that. Never mind, bit much. I wouldn't normally put that much in. And it's just only supposed to go in one compartment. That's what you get for doing things with one hand, because you're holding the camera in the other hand. You get a bit heavy-handed. So Zara is still cleaning and tidying. I didn't ask her to do this, but she's decided independently to clean some of her toys as well. I just asked her to clean up like the floor of her room and change her bed. But she's dusting, so I'm going to leave her do that while I put away some of this stuff. So some of these bits are still left out from when we went on our cruise over a month ago. Not proud of that. Some of those things still haven't been put away, but it's okay, we're doing them now. Those are summery dresses, Disney dresses, swimwear. I've taken to keeping all of the swimwear together, other than the children's weekly swimming costumes for their lessons. So we have a swim bag for swim lessons. That's like my bra thing, putting those away. So we've got a swim bag for swim lessons, but swimwear for packing I tend to keep together under the bed. Now let's dust over this area in our bedroom. We did a little makeover of this area in the summer when we did shelves. So if you saw my garden room, my husband built a garden room and I did a doing up our garden room or something kind of video, and we put these styled shelves in there, and then I was like, wow, I'm obsessed. I want them in every room in the house. So we put them in my office. I've got some styled shelves in there and in the bedroom. But if you watched my house tour video, I do one kind of on the anniversary of moving in every year. I still had a TV in the corner of the bedroom. I'm not even sure it was plugged in, and it bugged me so much because it just looked a mess. And then there was just kind of clutter around it. So my husband would like dump something the children had given him to fix, and it was just like a clutter magnet dust collecting thing. So this little area now with the little styled shelves and things, I've given it a little wipe over. I'm just really pleased. It looks lovely. And now I'm going to wipe over the bedside tables either side. These are both just little IKEA units with the little glass bit on top, which makes it easier to clean. Amazing how dirty and dusty our bedroom gets. I feel like of the upstairs, oh, hang on, let's just mention this quickly. I'm showing you these bottles. We'll come back to what I was saying. These bottles are chili bottles, and we have one for either side of the bed, and they're in colours that match the room. They live in our bedrooms. So we don't have glasses of water for bed. We have chili bottles with chilled water, and it stays cold for, I'd say, over 24 hours, to be honest. And that way we've always got water to go to bed, but without, like manky glass water that, like a glass of water that something could land in or go yucky or get spilled by one of the children when they come in and see us. So if you want to increase your hydration habit, and this is especially good if you ever indulge in a little glass of wine on the weekends, you wake up and you've got water there when you need it. And I think this wanting to hydrate at night habit came from breastfeeding and just hating that feeling of being so thirsty that you just feel like you've got a really disgustingly dry mouth. And if you've ever done breastfeeding, you'll know that as soon as the baby latches on, you get this like, my mouth is so dry feeling, and it's gross. So that's why I could never contemplate going to bed without water. Okay, what I was trying to say is our room is a very high traffic area in that all the children congregate in there every morning for getting ready. So I feel like it gets quite dusty. I also sit on this little chair at my dressing table to do the girls' hair. So I have long hair, both of the girls have long hair. Will's hair's like long-ish for a boy, I guess. Not that I do his hair, he just sort of brushes it himself. But I actively dry the girls' hair here. I plait it every morning. I am working on my French plait. I started doing this week Dutch braids for the girls. I am what the children would call in my learning pit with braiding. If anyone has any tips about how to get better at French plaits, Dutch braids, or there's amazing creators or videos I could watch, let me know, because like I said, I used to say I'm no good at this, but that's not how the children are taught to learn. They're taught to say I'm not good at this yet. I'm in my learning pit. I'm getting better. So the reason I'm talking about this is basically our room gets incredibly dusty and so much hair collects on the floor. I swear we get more hair than if we had pets, just from us long-haired people. So I dread to think how much we're going to see sucked up in the Hoover. Bear in mind, the vacuum had been emptied before I started vacuuming rather this one room. Okay, just keep that in mind. So it's a very high traffic area. The other thing you will have noticed is I am wearing trainers at the moment to clean. And this is a habit I've got into since having my walking pad where I walk and work. So I've got one pair of trainers, and they're not necessarily the same trainers every time because my trainers are Skechers and they're machine washable. But I've got one pair of trainers at a time that are my indoor trainers. So they're a pair of trainers that have not been outside since they've last been in the washing machine. So I'm not bringing outdoor dirt into the house. It would be a total waste of time attempting to clean while wearing outdoor shoes. It would be like brushing my teeth with lemonade. So these are indoor shoes. And in fact, we don't wear outdoor shoes in the house just because I feel like it makes more work for, me. If people don't take off their shoes when they come in the house, I've got to vacuum more. That's simple as that. So these indoor shoes, why am I wearing them to clean? It's because they're like my go shoes. I feel like I'm putting my shoes on, and this is probably totally all in my head, but it's this kind of, right, I've got my shoes on, I'm ready to go. It's like I'm energized. And if you can pick a pair of shoes that you keep indoors that are your go shoes, like instead of slippers, for doing stuff in the house. And when you've got those shoes on, it's like you're in go mode. You are in the doing stuff mode. You're in the, right, I'm going to get stuff done. And you just think of them as your magic shoes that give you energy. Bear with me and try it. It makes such a difference. It's like it gives you that extra bounce, that extra kick off to get stuff done. So I wear my shoes obviously when I'm on my walking treadmill. So it's like go, go, go. And I associate that with walking and working. And I've started doing it for cleaning too. And it really makes a massive difference. So try it. Make sure you pick shoes that they don't have to have never been outside. Oh my goodness, look, that's from one room, guys. One room. Like I said, that's just from being a very high traffic room. It's not that I don't vacuum much. I do. Okay, my room's looking a lot better now. And clearly it was very dusty, very dusty. Anyway, try the go shoes thing. Report back. Make sure that those shoes have not been outside since you last, washed them. Anyway, right, into Zara's room now. We need to do a bit of vacuuming in here. She's done a lovely job, I'll show you at the end, of doing this little display. She dusted it all and she arranged all her little people. Now, she's a bit old to play with those little people, really. They are sort of a toddler toy, but she likes them as a little display, and very occasionally they'll play games with them. But she does enjoy having them on that little display, and sometimes that castle comes into play for other kind of games and things. So I'm taking the pipe thing, don't know what it's officially called, off the vacuum cleaner and trying to do around the edges to get all the fluffy bits up, trying to do under her desk. I feel like the children's rooms just don't get as fluffy on the floor as my room with my husband. But like I said, the children just congregate in there every day. And because I guess their hair is done in our room, it's like sometimes I could dry everybody's hair and I just sort of scoop it up with my hand off the floor. It's amazing how much hair comes off as humans. It's a lot, it's so much. So just going around the edge. How am I going to get around my whole list in this power hour? This is the question, because I've got to say, hang on. First of all, look at this display. This is what I was talking about. Zara's just done such a very nice job with this room. Hasn't she done well? I think she's done very well. And if you've watched previous videos, normally Zara's room would get really, really cluttered. But she's been keeping it close, not totally this standard all the time, but she's been putting it back and resetting it back to this standard so much more. Okay, into Will's room. So Will did change his sheets for me last night. Super helpful that he did it the day before, because when everyone changes their beds on the same day, then I've just got so much washing and then I can't physically get through it all. And that is really challenging. So on this particular weekend, I got Will to change his sheets for me last night, and I won't attempt to do my sheets on my bed I share with my husband until tomorrow, because that way I will have washed the girls' sheets, and it staggers it a little bit and it stops it feeling so overwhelming. Because I don't know about you, maybe this is just me, but it feels really stressful to have a big load of washing that you can't quite get through, especially in one day. It's also a little bit challenging for me because I don't like to have the washing machine on when I'm actually working, because the washing machine is technically in my office. It's the other side of a big divider thing, so you wouldn't see it. And sometimes when people who I'm friends with have been over the house, but they've not been in the office before. They go in there for the first time. They're like, oh, I didn't realise this was in here. So they've seen the videos. But my washing machine is actually just the other side, that big calyx. So I don't like to have the washing machine on when I'm working because it's noisy. So I've got to kind of time it. And you might have this problem if you've got your washing machine in your kitchen too. You just don't want to have a massive backlog of washing because it's noisy, and maybe you don't want your washing machine on while you're in there eating dinner or whatever. Or potentially you don't want the washing machine on while people are trying to shower if it affects water pressure. So if you can plan, right, I'm going to do children's beds this day, our bed next day, and it staggers it a bit, it just stops it feeling quite so overwhelming. So nearly done in Will's room. It is such a big help that his bed's already done. He did also spray and wipe his surfaces, his desk and things. And I've got to say, it's really helped since I've started the children with pocket money for the things they're expected to do anyway. So rather than just giving them money when we went away, like previously, perhaps we wouldn't give them money necessarily, but we would have gone on like the Disney cruise last year, for example, and we would have just been like, okay, I'm just going to buy you something. Oh, you fancy this? Right, we'll buy you one thing each. Now we give them pocket money each week. Oh, there we go. Look how nice that looks. So we give them pocket money each week once they've completed the things they're expected to do, which are making sure their rooms are clean and tidy, which Will's room now is. And also he did have a little clear up of these shelves and dust those over. Not like yesterday, but he did that quite recently. So that's looking a lot better. So they have to get their rooms clean and tidy. They have to make sure they've got everything for the week. And I do this with them, but we have to make sure they've got all their uniform for the week. So they're not going, Mummy, I haven't got any socks, pants, trousers, whatever, on a certain day in the morning where I'm like, we're leaving in 5 minutes. What would you like me to do with this? I can't perform magic. We do this on the weekend. And to make sure that any homework that they've been given has been completed. Now, obviously, a lot of these things I have to do with them. I have to help them change their beds and do their rooms and things. But it's only once these things are ticked off that then they get their pocket money. And actually, this isn't sponsored or anything either. This is just something I use, although I do have a personal referral link I can share with you so you can get a little bonus, and so do I. But you will have heard me talk about my Monzo card over on my Disney channel because I use it for spending abroad. But since I got it for that, I started to use it in this country loads too because it's brilliant. And I used to put pots inside my own Monzo for the children. Monzo have now brought out a children's version. So the children each have their own cards, which you can pay the pocket money through the app, and the app functionality is amazing. I just use the free version and it's brilliant. Anyway, if you want to grab one of those to start off with your children, it's totally free to start. And if you use it, as soon as you open your account and you make your first purchase using the card, which you can actually do immediately through Apple Pay, then you get £5 added to your account and I get £5 added to mine, even if you just stick with the free plan forever, which I think is great. And to be honest, I only have the free one and I love it. I absolutely love it. I do have a paid for version with my business one, but that's just because it had extra functionality I wanted for work. For personal one, I'm really loving it. And it's such a good motivator for the children. It's like, right, okay, can I just check your room's tidy now so I can pay you pocket money? Amazing what a difference that makes. Anyway, we should probably talk about cleaning a bit more. I have vacuumed in my room, then emptied the vacuum cleaner, and then vacuumed Zara's room and William's room. I still need to do the hall, the bathroom. I don't have time to clean the bathroom right now. And to be honest, there's cleaning stuff in the bathroom. I do a lot of cleaning the bathroom while the girls are in the bath. I clean pretty much things other than the bath. And quite often I clean the shower when I'm in the shower. Is that weird? Or is that just something that makes total sense? But because the cleaning products for the bathroom live in the bathroom, that's when I tend to do the bathroom. And that just makes sense to me. I don't have a great deal of time right now. Like I said, this is a power hour and I'm running out of time. I really did want to get all of downstairs vacuumed as well, but I might have to make peace with the fact that I'm running out of time and just count my wins for the things I have done. So how much can we get done? That's the thing. The clock is ticking. The washing machine, I put on an hour-long timer, as in an hour-long cycle, when I put that on. So it's actually, I'm doing a little bit more than an hour. It's a power hour and a bit because I didn't put the washing machine on directly. But often using appliances as timers is a sensible thing. It's because sometimes it's hard to get motivated to get started, but then other times time can get away with you and you could forget you've got to move on to other things. Look how nice Bella's room looks now. She's got a little Beauty and the Beast display because she's Beauty and the Beast obsessed. It looks so cute. And in all fairness, she puts it back to this standard quite quickly, quite frequently, and mostly independently now since we've had a declutter of her room, since we've had a sort out of her room. It's like the nicer and the clearer the children's rooms are, the nicer and the clearer they want to keep them. And if there's really good storage and everything has a home and the children know where things go, then those things can be put back in those homes. If there is too much stuff and stuff that doesn't have a home, that's when it's overwhelming for children and adults, for that matter, not just children and adults, to know where to get started and to know how to clear up. If you've got some stuff you don't know where it lives, how are you supposed to put it away? So the clearer your children's bedrooms are, the better it's going to be for them, the easier it's going to be for them to keep clean and tidy. And clear surfaces are just simple and easy, aren't they? It's like this desk has to go back to clear. If they know how that's reset, then they know that that's what needs to be done. The shower really does need a clean. I really want to clean it now, but I'm running out of time. I've got the vacuum cleaner in my hand, so I'm just going to kind of do the dust bunnies that also gather in the bathroom. I'm going to be honest, the bathroom seems to gather a lot of dust, but then I guess there's a lot of like hair washing. It's a very high traffic area, isn't it, the bathroom? Quite a lot of dust sucked up. That's just from the children's bedrooms in the bathroom, but still not as much as my bedroom. Okay, so the washing machine is finished. That has been 1 hour, and that means I need to stop and get on with other things. I could so easily carry on right now, but I've got other things to do, so we're going to allow that washing machine to be my timer. Let's count the wins. We've got Zara's bedroom looking lovely. My bedroom did what I wanted to in there. William's bedroom's vacuumed. The hall's vacuumed. Bella's bedroom's done. Didn't get round to vacuuming downstairs, but I'm going to take the wins rather than beat myself up for what I didn't get done. So thanks so much for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Check out my Patreon for some early release videos and another speed clean on screen now. Bye.